DCP Abba Kyari has been trending after he was linked to a drug cartel. The case against the suspended police officer is beginning to take a new dimension as more allegations against him are being revealed. A human rights lawyer, Ķ1ŁŁ, made some allegations against DCP Kyari during an interview with Punch. He said that the suspect and his team confiscated and forcefully collected money from his clients in 2021. The lawyer added that DCP Kyari is worse than Evans, the kidnapper, but has a strong backing. He wrote, Kyari does anything he likes and he kills people in detention. You can imagine, if you remember the case in Anambra, and yes, one of the eastern states, when they said he employed one of the brutest whatever policeman, that they did all manner of things to people. And now the same man is crying out that they are infringing on his fundamental human rights. Oh, immediately he started to get sick. Advantage is what Kyari does. There is no law that gives police officer that right to raid people and take their property. Aside from that, Kyari does anything he likes and kills people in detention. I handled another case in 2013 in which 4 accused persons were killed in his custody, and when I took the matter up and filed a petition, he threatened the families involved and they came to me to beg me to hand off from the case because they did not want to die. Record that Ķ1ŁŁ Omomadike alias Evans, who was apprehended by men of the intelligence response team, denied the kidnapping charge labeled against him as the Ikeja Special Offences Court, claiming that Kyari and his team forced him to confess and killed 6 people in front of him. My goodness. With the glaring evidence, the NDLA has against Kyari and the allegations by Kaba and Evans, the one-time crime buster might be in serious trouble. Do you know what these guys are doing? Even the politicians, do you know what they do? People are just trying to visualize or try to look into what they could be doing. Do you know the atrocities that these guys are committing? Do you know the atrocities they are committing? You know, when Evans came out and told Nigerians that it was false, nobody believed him. Say, I better go and sit down. Go and do this and this and that. Go and do this and this and that. But see what is happening now. So are you still going to be doubting Evans? That does not take the fact away that he might not be guilty. That does not take the fact away that he didn't commit any offense. But they are all working together. So Kyari is not better off. Kyari has not come out to say, no, I didn't do all these things. It was a setup. The only thing he's just saying is that they are infringing on his fundamental human rights. Oh, the only thing he's saying is that, oh, IPOB is the one brain behind his ordeal. That is what we are hearing from Kyari. This man might be a licensed Boko Haram member from Maiduguri. Of course, in police union, over 1,000 people have been killed by him and he never feels it. Can you imagine? Anything was possible with the prescribers. The modus operandi tallies with the lawyer story. It does. It does. He keep people at will, and when it is time for prayer, he would go and pray. Even the day he went to go and collect the money, he was even from the prayer house. Well, that is not even a yardstick to even judge anybody, whether you go inside the house of God or not. It is not a yardstick for people to say whether you are a true or a genuine servant of God or a child of God. Like I said, with the way things are going, you can see them, you can see what is happening. Even when you catch them koro like this, they will deny it and they will use the government power to subdue every other thing. And I've said it before now, the reason why Kyari's case is being talked about at that higher level is because the first case involved the FBI. A lot of allegations before now. I think there was one woman that came out and cried that the properties of her husband was seized. I don't know what the husband did, whether the husband is still alive or not. I can't even remember. The woman cried out that they sold her husband's property, this Kyari. But all those allegations before now, they were being swept under the carpet. But because this one is involving FBI, that is why you could see that Nigerian government is trying to look into it. If not, they will never. And that is what is propelling, or what propelled NDLA to even do what they did. Whether they are stage managing the whole thing or they are trying to cover up. Even with this one, if at all, like a lot of people have been saying, it is damning. It is even damning. It's even worse than the ones that he was being accused of by FBI and Hush Puppy. We can see them now. You don't see the way EFCC, all this, the way they behave. He killed people at will. He killed them. Well, somebody is abusing the lawyer. That says the lawyer is charged and bail lawyer. All the robbers who are convicted were later released by you people. With the help of the corrupt judges, the most wicked and corrupt profession. Go to Punch newspaper and read the full interview for details. They will not now, because they always like to take sides. The hunter is now being hunted. Exactly. People were protesting and complaining, but as usual, the government, especially the police, doesn't care. I want all these allegations investigated, and for a start, the IG should resign. That is impossible. Impossible. It's not possible at all. Not only Kyari, the all born to rule, they do everything they like. That is why Nigeria is in this mess. They will rather rule in hell than serve in heaven. That is why they make Nigeria the hell on earth, to facilitate their must rule mentality. Everything that has time attached to it, including those in authority today, behaving like tomorrow will not come. Time will tell. God will judge everybody's action. 1MTH1 the great prophet, said it in April that vultures, vampire will leave the east in shame. It really happened. It happened. Many of them will go about detaining and killing innocent people, whereas they are the real criminals. Most retired IG of police should be investigated. Even this current Alkali is not left out. That was why he chose to give Kyari a soft landing. Since the inception of this government in 2015, killers has been having a few days without hindrance. Killing is hobby to the Muslim North. They love it much. Why? I know the truth must surely come. More is loading. Kyari is a notorious bloodthirsty Fulani oligarchy hitman. He has killed so many Southerners who are not pleased with the oppressive agenda of the despotic Buhari government. His generations are cursed and can never know peace. A highly occultic man who drinks human blood as water. God's anger is loosed upon you and your family. They've done a lot of damage to this country. You can't believe that.